Okay, so what's up this morning? Another beautiful morning, being in a state of love and joy. I was thinking about take no thought. Have y'all been able to do that? It's beautiful when I go out to the sun, work with the sun. I let my heart and my light spirit body, soul body, do all the work without having to think about it. And I was thinking about, like, when I was growing up, they would show, like, in a lawyer's office, they would have, if you notice, it's a female and not a male. It's like the pillar of light standing straight up, vertical, right? And then you have the two scales, one on each side, the polarities. When two become one becomes all. But what you notice is that the girl has a blindfold on, okay? I can't see you, but it doesn't make any difference whether I can see you or see you, because that first engine of pure, absolute, eternal love is always on, which means it doesn't matter what you look like. You're still going to experience what I am, which is what love is. It goes on forever, loving all of you. So I don't have to see you for you to experience what I am, which is what love is. Now you see me. Same. The engine is the same. That's the genius in it. Love is blind. Pure, eternal love is blind. That's the message in that symbol, which is called a signet. Now you're into the guild, the bar association, the barcodes, the beast system barcodes. It's all coded. I know. And so I was thinking back in my Alcoholics Anonymous days, living in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And if you've spent any time in any one of those programs, the application of consciousness to experience step 11, which is after the result of having done the work, right? The fourth step is the hardest, because that's when you got to do a self-inventory. You know, you're being honest with yourself and you write it down. I think I had 26 pages of stuff that I wrote down for everything that I could possibly remember, of anything that I ever transmitted that caused any kind of a negentropic reaction in somebody else. I had to heal it all, which is forgive myself first, write it all down, and share it with somebody else. Which means I'm not afraid to show the demons, the shadow body, and share it with somebody else. And you'd be surprised what happens. You feel like it's like dumping a monkey off your back. You've been carrying that baggage around, which is density. Now you're spinning at a higher rate of speed. So out of the information that unfolds through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, particularly the third edition, of all the editions, I happen to like that one the best, particularly when you get into the nature of being the director of the play and controller, what we call control freaks. They can't let go. They don't want to take care of that noose, the chain, the handcuffs, prisoners, right? Holding batteries captive, holding electrons captive is actually holding their own energy captive, because the more electrons they're holding on to, the slower their speed. They become lighter, like a noble gas. The alchemy. And so I remember that now that you're running 100% pure eternal light, that means you're exposing everything that isn't what love is. Oh, but I live in the truth, so eternal truth is eternal love. So when I become aware of something, do I have the responsibility to expose it to other people? Because they're not aware of what I'm aware of, which is what the truth is. Because love will expose everything that isn't what love is. Whoops, I'm supposed to be 100% truthful because I'm honorable. Right? Because I live in the pure truth of pure, absolute, eternal love. Okay, so that's called self-censor. Now we get back into the known, unknown knowns. Knowing your future. I remember Octella saying, I can be aware of that, but I don't want to be aware of that. That could compromise my security and the security of others. That's right. So this is where you're back to the high precision of nuclear coded sequences. Right? That's why it's the level of precision, just when I've mentioned about my biological parents. Right? There goes the flash drive. Ignition. Light the arc gate. I'm in. The level of precision on that in nuclear coded DNA had to be perfect. Absolutely perfect. No errors. No, absolutely zero errors. That's what no mass is. No error codes in the system. So you realize when you jump into a system, like jumping into a mainframe, man, there's errors everywhere in this thing. Jesus, it's like counting sheep, black sheep. Whoa. Man, this system's all screwed up. Like an idiot light, an engine light on your vehicle. Checkbox, checkbox, checkbox. Man, that's like running a diagnostic scan on your automobile and running a diagnostic scan on a planet ship. Seriously. So what ends up happening is that being truthful. It's just like what happens with friends of mine that I've known throughout my whole life. When Wally, bless your heart, Wally, who's an elder with a Navajo, we don't gossip it. Okay, so I become aware of what somebody else says to me about you that isn't very nice, and I love you, Wally. So do I have a responsibility to let you know so that you can heal that and clear that? Well, what if you become aware of it through them? Because you understand how servers work, right? So imagine what it's like you're experiencing with everything that they're experiencing. Now you don't need to get the information through me. You already know what they're thinking about you. Take no thought. Oh, the electronic thoughts, the mental field. Yes, the mental field is sick. The alien machinery is sick. So you're experiencing the alien machinery that is sick because it doesn't have a conscience, which means it doesn't know right from wrong. The wrong way and the right way. So you got to know how to stay out of a hole. Right? By the choices that we make, which is freedom, which is being free, which is a free spirit, because free spirits are naturally going to be seeking what? A spiritual pathway in which they experience the least amount of what? Electrical density. To experience no density. Now I'm free. I'm a free spirit. Now I can go wherever I want to go because I'm experiencing eternal love. Wherever love is, we are. So our spirits are always free. So when that spirit is free to create, that spirit is on fire to create. Because we're experiencing pure, eternal, absolute love that's on fire to create. That's your accretion level. That's your battery. Battery powered. So imagine no batteries required. No memory required. Oh, the pure consciousness field. Yeah, before anything has happened yet. The torque speed differential between one and the other. Knowing the one, the first cell, the first silver-seeded atom. The first metabolic rate of breathing. Breathing pure energy. Pure eternal love energy. Breathers. Yeah, cotton loves to breathe. Living energies, living spirits love to breathe. Right? So we had to bring in a breathing tube. You know what a breathing treatment is, right? You know what a tracheotomy is, right? You ever run across somebody that's where they've been in a car wreck, right? And you can't get a breathing tube that way? You just put a hole right in there, right? This is known as do a speed trach, right? Got to keep their circulation going. Running pure O2. H2 plus 1. H2O3. So, yeah, so that's where we're at, huh? And so I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day, a happy day, a living day, and living spirit. Muava.